with her. I think former Deputy Minister of Tourism too. Former MP.
This FM 104.3. Good to meet you.
Yeah, man, you're better into be a question, Martin. Sir, into you be an hibit you be. Nana,
Kwame,
bravo, here to say.
me wopa.
We can do Kokrokoo.
Aye.
STC be Juma Kohana.
I'm not a fire basis in here.
Oi.
Whoever.
Some reporters, Baba, in Tiano, I don't know.
Sir, I saw Ubara baby shows a baby at the D.
Oh, Samson Kwame Yamicha no more. Hello FM squad no on be making sure said the ding.
Yo.
Normally reports in Yaba.
Yeah,
na mose me yenya campaign no.
Near here.
Some party for na dia ba betuja. Weekend mi ko Kumasi. Na metie say ya boabia someone a press conference afterwards all kind about omo day omo billboards near Diego. Bebre wo ho. Now, I don't know, so directive, you've been director of your friends, communications before. Is possible? No billboards directive flouted. Me call me who cried, me who Boache Jacondi, me who Dr. Freya Kutodi, John Boedu, Justin Kodia, what for you? Others, but let's start with the MPP conference in Kumasi. What's the expectation? Presidency resigned to campaign to potential aspirants. Ebisho says 17 in the best babyum. And here one, no billboard director. Let me start with your party, Nana Komia. What do you make of it? What do you know saying?
Kwame Medasi.
Medasi. We never know.
Sa campaign I kosu. A time.
Oh really?
A time pa and fata. In penny for now. We disagree. Kwame now president etiho.
Yeah.
Academy fee miensa.
Yeah.
Now we are campaigns of ne juma. E bi nipa e bi panyifo bi kra money president te cabinet table. Wasre ne juma. Or the amount say ye juma.
E bi a won sre na e bi ono ana dream no so betimi aye juma.
Yo, or the juma amount. Waji ejuma no oso obeye ya so ewe oni ni na titable mudin kuta ho efa government no nhihye now campaign so open ejuma kwame o na o titable ho na nipa na anu omo susu ejuma na mo beye no omo pewo ejuma. How would you feel?
Me yomedi.
Well, but it shouldn't come to that.
Yeah, but at this point,
don't put the president in that position.
Yeah.
Well, funny dear Puma opinion, funny dear man. And 3 years to the time.
Yeah.
1 year in the new government, our year Udimu Akutini. A map public no impression be said. Just say, dear. To me and because over Shisha Papa Ma or Minor, you have the best position to show it. The brain now won. You are in a very good position to show. So I drink Pama man. Now table where Yamawe Jumeya we yeni year Ghana for Benya home faswa or man Benya home faswa. Now we were doing free so said me so me kwa pray to me for. Nti wan kasa no e ma Ghana for impression say table ho na wote no nya wakoma mu na de te ho. Wow. And it's not it doesn't show honor and respect to the president. It doesn't give a good impression about wan kasa wo yesa. So me who where you would win. Say 1 year into the new government, 3 years to the end of the president's term. Now, we campaign say official nechuma. Make I say BC 2008. I mean into the President Kufuor Samren or their home tea. Eyi ni panadi. but that wasn't the best. Inti yensua bibi from that
Inti omo yesade into munsua ahwe from 2008.
Odwen ho antiase kwabe. Odwen ho antiase. Ena wahu edim papa mu nso ba party no prematurely. Elections there we ye den ya we koye elections edim papa mu kakraba. Cause nya ye nya na etibeko faako. Ye ti dem has say kwame. Na say ye election. Kwame enemy any kwesi ye elections. Ye be cheater for kakra.
Yeah.
It edim papa mu kakraba because election necessarily is campaigning against somebody.
Yeah.
So na make
Yeah. Necessarily.
Yeah. Do ye dia ya o see adwuma no men fa ma kwesi. Ye fa ma wa. Na chese o person chese kwesi mfata adwuma. Nti be ke bibia tia kwesi. So one kana bontin kra o be kano baby foforo. And yehu da ye campaign NPP primaries, NDC primaries, some more muka form ho. Anakwa mi. No mo kanu opi lipono. Ano she. Nti you can imagine no mo kan wo kokom.
Yeah.
No mo kan wa bontipo fa omo ho. Yanti na Joshua Alabi Professor Kentia John Mahama. Yanti. Yanti na Spruga Brakache Kentia John Mahama.
Yeah.
Well, the elections there, because of the way it is now, they papamuka kraba. So, the division kakra. Don't do it prematurely. 3 years now you can't ade. Elections is a bare primaries year. It will come in the election year.
Yeah.
2024. Just a constitution.
Is it 24, 23? Some can say some more power 1 year before.
1 year, yeah. So basically, going to 2024.
Going into 24.
The idea then is say you don't want to have two centers of power. Say president, sitting president, not flag bearer. Well, and divided attention. Do it as close as possible to the election year. Now, moi shall say 2021. Well, a distracted party, no. Say party name to be focused on a jumana bind the scene ne nisuno. And my party no focus on say jumano. President name mu distracting because a juma or person mo yeno. Mo free table ya na mo kwago. Sometimes kwame. Open to beat the cabinet table when you call. Every the coordinator be or constituency be no free ho. Now says I call ya opinion ya okay. Over court tea room or no or my instructions to coordinate a be. Let's me put the adversary sir. But me who be that 2008. Now be Uber say ya the cabinet table ya near brave President Kufuor ya boom no obi anya call no sorry.
Wow.
17 ubi. So okay.
Yeah, make up
back when ya call no sorry. Into mo no so we be also kwako. O call washroom and I be. We be no jina hwa. Oh my instructions ding. So enti enye. Me ya say akoso am a president name as am a public warning. And say banasa. Enti ye besre ye nuanu ma. Omo was there's Bonibia nim say unso wo ambition. Yes, a constable be up so yeah.
IGP.
Nti boni be any. So but timing any process is important. One thing tamna ko eti say na jama o de we power drunk. Power 2 million na ahwe because the juma na dey man juma no so sombo pass o ye ni ye a enya ebenya ho faso. Na okwa akoye campaign kase na begina on the work of the government anamboa
yeah
ti baby say na wo na o say no ye ma o sa dibre we no debe na wotimi aye nti rather no consent focus for any to adwuma na ye am na ye ni ye na mfaso ba ho a Ghana for na na beto ebe kan wase mama na ujja adwuma no to ho na o ti cabinet we adwendwen o man ho se na be a levy ya be kwan be fa so now they wadwen da a constituency coordinator bia or
one for our man instructions
na party no etu anamom say ebesi sa nema ya no nipa na mu entimi ensia no ese party no gina ho waka tie den hyehyɛ aba kwa me also work with billboards ya na onim na nipa no so obeka say billboards ko munim ho hwe
omunim
oze
omunim
for the enfa no pose onim ho hwe omunim hwenti party no bomodeni embo pa na yenko kata obia billboards no so na obesi billboard wo create is Kumasi sabi unya permission
exactly
you can't just go and put up a billboard wo Kumasi say uko KMA una konya permit Inti definitely nipa na o man sa billboard no see hono. The record should be at KMA. She said, Oman do to me yeah, and that would be strange. So be at me the to me could to form work Kumasi in the billboard KCSO. Ebe me wanwa. Say I want cover KMA. But the nipa cover correct procedure no. Na just the record of nipa na o beje permit to sika for billboard. It should be at KMA. So the party should be able to trace. So we call KMA. The record of the nipa na omo authorizes our billboard. Se Kwame Sefa billboard, Baumia billboard, Chairman billboard, wine billboard. The record should be at KMA.
Yes, I'm sure.
And the party should be able to trace. Yeah, corner record. No, not just say KMA bankra with ya. Na ni SCC didano. Party no mbopa. Yenko cover ni ya enim. Se tapolino se den. Party no ko high tapolino. And then painters omo yard ni ko paint so.
Na na party no so e. Nipa ko de ko pima so no so.
So nipa da beka so ni hwe.
Ah. Se o hwe free akọ o se e wo so free akọ to billboard. O hwe bo acheji akode. O hwe ne kese we obi beka se nyon no e. Anya billboard in fianfian.
Friends of free akoto. Friends. Crab in a way, even political party advertising, nipa ni biba wo studio abe advertising, friends of
that's true.
So nipa no know him say no ye. Emfata. Into wakoshechi na friends eh. To the party na petapolin bia na painters kakrebi no mo ko painting ni ye.
But how come Nana Kumainti Sebi when you want to when Suyashi from 2007 then?
So na cost you say nipa ni bi Suyashi. And I'm say me ya. Because say Suya be free. I see Suya but obviously na cost you awa kwaku odi weni akwaku hu a wo boy amane. I just say nipa ni bi Suya. Wow. Me nim how e possible so be ye billboard kase na bia lanche Martin na bia kojo afria koto na obeka so ni muhwe but they find the process sanetia as I said nipa na mo ba bonti beka se e pomachew me chitafo mre no enso but nipa na mo yenyanti ye say actively almost all na no mo ye campaign actively she delegates if we saw national conference here Kwame.
Yes.
Afe na ye ba be ye polling station elections.
Okay, from the grassroots.
Nhihye ni nya conference in be yes nhihye. Ye be sha say free poll. Look at the number of polling stations. Every polling station bia your NPP executives be 10.
Okay.
Afe na ye be say adwuma no. Na ye wie say adwuma na. Na ye ba be ye constituency elections and also executives by say 15. So any pay be you more polling stations to find so Kaikwe South me constituency there 130 polling stations. In Tieba be ye nipa be 1,300.
Wow.
In every all that 120, 130 polling stations. We are omomaka ko yi 15 constituency executives. Sandy Friwa 15 executives are regional executives.
Okay.
And Sandy Friwa some delegates in the constituency no national executives, national chairman, first vice. It's a whole 7-8 months organizational work in front of the party. Ye when ye cry na fe na ye babe dream presidential.
It's a long road.
Long road. Until one didn't be an animdia. Therefore, boa party. The enfenyas and shisha polling station. My friend can call your billboards. Wow. Because we name possible say we need panabian no name because last no be catch me say omokradia omokwa clean up work Kumasi your baby for candidate back. Now me can say when I say party abodero say me and koye say juma no work Kumasi campaign yeah clean up a free akoto. You know, a campaign. Also, you there be where they be a t-shirt. You need to pay a keke.
The campaign have been no.
Campaign have been. We be able to video. Say mo ye clean up. Na mo ni pay kasa a free akoto. Say wine. There are two social media. A go party ni mase. Inti possible pose be na free akoto. Nimsa clean up no hwe. E be me hwan waso ni hwe. But even assuming pose a cheater for enthusiastic a cheater for. They should be mindful of the damage it does to the party, especially and now party no at the executive committee meeting in Shishayaba. And so get banisa, but the party no feels compelled to come. Now saying you better near see a year say now we supporters near way now just a time, and it's going. Yan Sanwa is going to continue. And say I see COVID, a year, any a year page. A year bia bas any support to Kwesi Pratt. Now a budget is so there was any support to it. And make me ye last Kwame Nyahana na ye ball party ni be any so moje free niti a year biase. Do we want this to continue? At time.
But then, Sal, a direct TV, how then do you enforce it? Because then, how can we work as with him? Yeah, you need him.
And I make say, Kwame, Ubeye billboard or Kumasia, your records should be at KMA. So records in the what, and actually, a billboard no illegal. But say, I'm purpose assume it's in the Koyama, Alan Sherman, Tio, say, Maud Baumia, assume or the Enconco paint so. Because so many years, so be so be so new, or be a gentle. So no, to the paint so keke. Then on yet lesson. And yes, I to continue. Na Edin Pape Muba, it doesn't show respect to the president. So no ni agenda for 4 years. I also yes agenda. We are a senior advisor to the president. Now any table or more canny agenda. It's not agenda baby for. And it shows, it gives a bad impression to the public.
Now, President Ankason Yomedia. Is it that difficult? It
shouldn't come to that.
Yeah, Ninja Mikasan say you've just mentioned say Mramone President Kufuor take cabinet sometimes or be sorry so phone call
when you call.
Yeah, when you call. It's funny in your boom opinion not your.
So it shouldn't come to that.
On Yomedi.
And I'm saying it shouldn't come to the ASAF by Yomedi. Well, I know so.
And almost almost resign here.
Omunjai. Omuntrain. With the Muntrain we polling station in the constituency with a Chinese in Yakra. It be not next year call. Well, there should be decency. I don't know party it is, sir. Na normally, oh, and this is also.
Nana, Yamiadum, my track when you may actually. Me share trends na. 98 me kai sunyai. Before 98 me kai President Kufuor Dubois Henenum 92 the Nejana still am a feel I'm about 22-year-old boy. But me kai 95, me kai 98 sunyai.
Oh no one kai NDC 2020.
Me kai the dirty one in 2007. NDC really President Mills Kwesi Boche, Spio Gabra, Eddie Annan. All number was Sumu Kakrabe 2005, ho baby. No, there was a lot of talk about Kwesi Boche.
Yeah, just talk.
Yes. Almona Ebeka Sombe was Sumu Kakra. Inti numbers is small. John Mahama, apart from Abranti BSF friend Bibi Boateng, our attempt. Nothing much really. An experience Gabranum near, but monum dear.
Numbers no.
Yes, numbers no. Yeah, na titru force wa moka o mampanyin ho amobeboa no ma why na djuma. Then you divert course.
Kwame numbers no party na.
Yeah, besides simple parties are about tradition.
No, but
konwa to aye nyina play.
Party na to one among.
Na aya hin konwa na.
Say no, the people who will go forward will not be more than 5. Enti encomium si no ye bie kwan na nipa be say 20 ebeba, but the national the national party will have a first vote, prune it down to 5.
Judgments are kind wanty.
Nasa ono
Oko back before 2000.
One who said it, you know.
I'll say check your answer.
No, I'm checking it.
So Okra question.
That is the problem. Answer no because will be checking it. No, so I call. Come on, go eat. Obekai papa judgments. I mean, I'm funny crazy.
Amen.
And judgments and the meeting, so I'm sorry. Now, me makase. It's our second republic, the second parliament of the fourth republic. That parliament should be called the J.H. Mensah Parliament. Between 1997 to 2000. Now a minority leader.
Yeah.
Or dominated parliament so much. And in one election, the NPP moved from 61 seats in 1997 to 102 in one election.
You were there.
Yeah. I mean, the J.H. Mensah dominated our parliament. No, Ubia, both NDC and PP. He was the natural leader of the parliament.
Yeah.
Now, Okasemba could be during primaries here. I was saying, Tomitri Metogana for people. I said, now the banche cock. Edraso Nayantoa. Nadia Chia. Over Sunday, Banjina Sako. But you see, these are the perils of campaigning. Beyond Sagidi Krashasia Yasi and Fateh, even the nature of the campaigning crowd is a problem for the parties. Because primaries, whether it's NDC or NPP, we are primaries near Yi Kwesi Prata. All of us are supposed to fall in line behind Kwesi Pratt.
Yeah.
That's how call now say in the name of campaigning. Now di Kwesi Pratt at them washing. So you banchi ayanto. In somewhere NDC if we can find John Mahama so 2020 elections. That's why I'm okay. Now how do you then fall behind? Because those very words now will you sue against him. It will be used by your opponents against him. Until even the nature of the campaigning crown has to be regulated. Can you a problem? And then the money, Kwame, sir, primaries young Kofuya, big boss your boy, big boy back on and you have some kitwa.
Yeah.
No more you're careful. You map Ghana for the impression of opulence.
Yeah. As a Mwenyamoho.
Now the ministry be ano. Now be cancel budget and soon. Chisi aye e-levy. And then aye way. And then the Ghanaian people who say we are big billboards. Well, no friend no dissonance. Well, because our message we will not gel. You are not living your message. There no cry is a problem. I said, "Am I mean you are no me? Omo chin break kakra." Wow, because many of these people mounting this big billboards. See, on one I catch a Ghana for say mun tighten my belt. Mun pinu so my 11 running for juma. Now you tighten your belt now. We can share now. We billboards I can see across. Tenokrano doesn't help the party. It doesn't help the government. It doesn't help you. Tomuchin break. And say bebase na fini be yini panedi. Ninya trauma to the party. Ehunya. She wejuma na so na ye. Na oye wejuma na ye dia man oye ni ye. That will be your testimony. I don't know between their tongue. Say me ye man me juma we no. We share me de ba ye ni ehun fa so. Obi abehu. Now ye divided attention. Now if you juma na o ye no, you'll be skewing it for your campaign. What him say? Natural. You'll be skewing your work towards your campaign. If you be boy no say oh we there or sume sifa. Nti share say me hwe na ye no. Me anakwambwa.
True.
Yeah. So yeah, una ye minister for a lunch Martin be obi aba or per factory be ya now per skebi dia koyo. Now we say we akoto a free check. It's natural. So let's minimize it. The only way you can minimize it is by not starting 3 years before the time. Na patrena party no enya hihye be the 2-3 months bia na mo campaign. Even the campaign you do what the party has to make sure that we have rules about what you can say and what you cannot say. The party should be strong on this, and the party should show its strength starting from Kumasi. Mama ye big boss na musimu ni mo hwede yan konko penti so. Wonso ai be so na ye yan twema so yan kasa wanim. The party should show strength at this time. We need it. Kwame does it.
Nana Akomia says the party should show strength at this time. We need it. Kwesi, do we need it?
Kwame, asana daho no nikano ebibio. Enya straightforward sir.
Are they?
Imudu. Use me cheche mu babeti mase. Na asana mekoso no. Minim sende wo hu graphica.
Ebida ha.
Katafa 39. Brilliant graphic say Kokrokoo ho be din. Yenya din.
Are they?
Some mama reference. I say for the first time in a long while, availability rather than cost risks denying some households access to chicken and other poultry proteins during the Unitide celebrations. It follows a historic delay in poultry imports into the country from key markets such as the United States of America and so on and so on and so forth. You know. See, I say, Brunei, say when you say Brunei, you're tired in Kuko Nedi. Subinya Kuko no brow bebre. Na yiru ho na kunya Kuko ni bisukra ne bo no kra wuntumuntia. Graphic ana this asem no aba anopai. Na mas asem ni woni na na kumia mo aka asem ni na awie o. Womo ti party headquarters womo hihye mra. So wa semo akai wuko Kumasi womo billboards na ebi Kumasi ko. Nso womo hihye mra no womo amu no esisi billboard Kumasi a wani nkodi so womo de mra no ba no semo obi ankoye billboard obi anyesa womo so kra yebi womo chitafo yebi endi wani nkodi so eno ya semo a asem sebe na ne foto e friend foto ka semu ambition.
Yeah,
ambition again. Also, it's not nurtured in a few hours or minutes. One more edi apprepare. This was more than 20 years ago. In the ambition, they were harder than that. As you go, when you're afraid now about mountain sooner, a shas 20, they've been campaigning for 20 years and more. Yeah, this studio high. Yeah, done for Jogati. Or your declaration and why name why a declaration our friends of Jogate and so on ni course we name no nko so that we are not unfair to you no nko mu na ye na ni mahwe campaign no di tietche ni mahwe campaign no bi nipa ba ko ana mienu bi pe ene wo di hihye no so obi ti say adai ni mo ni hu so wa sheda ebu mra no so nene we onam so na nyakoba di say wo mo di mra no so no they are placing themselves in a huge disadvantage. With the brand, so you're placing yourself in a huge disadvantage. You also see an answer now. I died in Mokra on Kahu. You also be Antoninka. Only the Biara, Uncosi the ball.
But has he said so about campaigning?
Oh, come wouldn't say.
In the past, yes. Make an saying there. Okay.
Maybe I'm so Unyakope. On I'm saying.
Now, on declare one.
On shut down your public declarations. I hear an interview and it's bizarre. And also a million no swan.
And I say we use it as example. So on kind so bad.
Hey, no big at us a million no swan be hunya Maria. No can say. Yeah, a bed will be
crazy. Be some say I never catch us a million no swan. You would need be a mama declare until there are better examples. But on declare.
That's how more declare your marshal campaign. Your declaration is part of the campaign. On one person obey
on declare.
On declare.
And to say on your candidate. Until you saw
no one candidate.
No, there are people have declared.
On your candidate.
Yeah, but they've declared intention.
Exactly.
On declare intention.
Because I'm running, you can't declare.
Yeah. Until on declare, you can't say that Odimraso. That's what I'm saying. He's not a good example for that.
No, can't say
we're simple as ultimate yes. People don't declare.
I'm running declare.
That is why you.
And you declare what Yamara.
Yeah, but that's why Okaso Dimraswa. Mimi Dimraso. Do you know if I'll stand or not?
Who is standing? Catch them.
Mreninsu.
Yeah. Okay.
It's about the declare like us Dimraswa. It's like what declare, but.
On declare. On
declare. You be sounds where declare say a year what drinks.
But Pacho, Yenya Nana Kunya, say, Yenene Kasakakla.
Allez.
So there be a Baha, Nana Kunya Shasi Kasasa, better to me, Namitiako, Namejano. We be a man, no one was so, Deviara. And yet, once, every time. I think it's a problem.
And he said, baby, what can we be there? Mammy seek clarification.
Oh, you can't.
Call me cry Bissau. Say, not what declare now. See a year what drinks, Saneo. That's what you said. Call me cry, ask you. So then, what can't? And now see you sign a year what drink.
Nti wuji tumu se wo sembe bebe a wo kan na mini bibia bisa mini bibia ka.
You have the option to ask me for clarification. That's no problem.
Me to me nkasa. Oh yes sir, someone person.
Nti Kwame bisa on any way. Kwame is the person who won't bisa question.
Kwame bisa me no am bisa me say na wo ye.
Oh.
There's a difference between what Kwame did and what you are doing.
Difference.
Just another has been disruptive.
Master, besides no Kwame ti we. You would there mu ha. Kwame to me catch him cross me pinko.
Me man sir.
Program no Kwame dia.
Man sir.
And you know to be our question.
O to me now me dem interview. To me nya wo ye. Nya wo ye na disruptive.
Na Kwame dey nya disruptive.
There be.
Now where discrimination are you?
Any discrimination.
Discrimination. Say yeah, it you to me catch him say obi to be our question or be soon to be our question. Discrimination.
Oh, say who be some assemble ku mienu. Enya hwe. Ina haya ye we nyam to kwa ne be ku. Nsu ade.
Na fe de.
Nti kenya hwe. Na consistently de bia me ba na me start say me kasa pe wo so mu. Ni nya kwa nkasa.
Okay, me so akabo to we adma.
Oh, nyasa na me. Nyasa na me. Wa wuni say nyasa.
Na kwesi so tete no. Man chance on channel.
No, mentete. But me penchire mu, that's all.
No problem. No problem.
Kwesi pacho to so.
Enti na me kan say so. Wo mu di enhye no so ni. Wo mu sha. Oh na me say no. Obi ebu hye no so. Including wo mu aye hye no. Wo man ka say bu science share no so. Na share no so be this no e din kakra. Don person bisa samba ku mienu miensa bi. Kwame, sir, you name say Vice President Junior Kwope. And I'm a boy.
Tani Atino.
So Vice President was also maybe a warrior. I say, Ofemuyen and Juma. Minister with the Juma warrior, so Ofemuyen and Juma, so declare no coyes and your manner, and management. Now, Vice President is where.
Johnson declare. But honestly, I am a billboards. The supporters are so.
Okay. Now, I need a beer. As you say, how much the Vice President Busua, it is ready. I'm for one person.
Meet you?
Because I say, wow, the Busu be at the UN. Now, I can see
friends of no Sukoye, obey them.
Master, no problem. Friends of Momoya Udimu. Oh, so one than for Moya, Udimu. The news and than for bit me. They boss any and Akumakai. They wonderful. If you friends, no more causes a security said near the acquired billboard. In fact, the last time we checked a billboard, Kessia Pardon, it may be 50,000 Ghana cedis. By now, meaning said that's so 50 Ghana cedis and answer
50,000 ebro.
Oh, and why now? No, dear friends of Kekinti. We all call you billboard to pay because we ain't seen 300,000 Ghana cedis and I dear Kwasi Kwanchano. On them channel. Now, yeah, I'm running Shishaya. As I said, pepper your ebem. Should apply to everybody equally. Now, you be a Mr. Bisa. Sir, your Vice President, no, when me and Shishaya no swa, it means Diana. Now, so no one needs to share no so to me find a song there. And then woman can also as what we did share no so. Simple question. Mean true man in question. Opening Minia Nana Kumia no kind of no crabby brave. Near Cosuno, Emma Abajuman Cosu, no crab. Near Cosuno, a toda. Obi koye bibi kra magana ban Ghana mine enya bibi afiri mu a enam sa kensinti wan hwa ne yankoye ne ye wan hwa na hwehwemu aba eyi mu aba ne ade ne na kunya ka mene ne ya dream perfectly no kra nanso ye nhyehyɛ amammo hyehyɛ wɔ man mu no sane etie no sɛ ye pew sɛ ye mpew January 7th. Nana do dan kwa kufa don't mean your man penny bio.
January 7, 2025.
Exactly.
You mean? Okay.
Don't mean your man penny bio. It will be him say vacancy no. But at the hop. If you entering January 7th and Sunday, I say the akoyana. Da ben. Ana enka fi ba akwansa. Akoya san share na. Human nature does not allow that. Of course, no correct. Say, Obianim say January 7th, 2025, no, won't mean your man penny be munti. At a certain time in his presidency, no, he will no longer be effective. And America for friend a lame duck president. At a certain time, will be a shady Oba Bedina nine, name Rebetram. Nimbre between before his time is due to step down. So, ni na ya dia ese yehwe na yekani ye. Na media ni tietia ni online ne kanko. Ni na ni tietia ni online ne mpuntuo. Ni na ni tietia ene ekwan a ye fa so a ibenya mpanimfo a omadwene mu do no mu do o man. Na omoba abetutu nneoma yese ne beya nneoma bia koso no asubeti amayinara. That is the bottom line. Onam jeno na ba ku bi so ha me kakra wo sa kensie ne mu ne se asania ya na nokura na yira mu kakra kwa mo beka ya enche bia no Kumasi BBC o Kumasi
Minister
Minister of Agriculture Yenia.
Oh, so free Akoto.
Doctor, also a free Akoto. That's what Kumasi Koye and Yumabi. In federance of his ambition, and I did better to be, and could be son. Oh, and you look. Samuel Casa, I said, near the other growing yak on Pezobina. I dear Chi, Busumi, a creature moon, I didn't mean, I bet that this, I didn't know Papa or by prepare aquaji. Oh, Namjan, or by prepare, no aquaji. And yeah, man, no cross in your Dumakakra. I was and no my says, I never say, Ubia Koyano, the Koshe, Ninamfo, friends of. As you know, friends of Unkwane, you know, Ubia, Wamu, Shishemu, Kakrakra. Now, I can't see no, Fakwaya could do no. Now, many American Eduma, no moon penny for Kakomum Yedma Nami. Mia Metiha, one Edima Samukoyeduma. Let's all mother. Wamun Kosuyo. No more Ghana for Sushe, Ghana for Bibu attain at one stage or the other. No, Ghana for Bibu attain. Near Kosi, and also Minian and Akumiaka. Master campaign be over and yefe capreba. Nearby the Boka Temuni at the King Kan Wasem. I know the Kitwakra. Now, of course, social media honor. Kwame. Hey! And someone more Kafa Muhuni. And some no social mean to me in Kana Humaisho. Just a poto and a poto. Nanya social media upon the new for a muy and kitwa. Mouth to mouth, the end, say, near crack.
They hand him out to mouth.
Mouth to mouth, the end is so bien so. Obia who social media address ni aden wa becho. Yes, I need poto. Na se poto ni po na se ka no kra. Kan na hwe. Poto ni bi wo ha. Masa no kra ka preba po nim. Asu ye ka dia se nipa. San se kwa koto aba. Uni poto ba ku bi e ba e.
Dey.
Ai Boachi Ajako.
Sorry then.
Circumstances are with the free Ministry of Energy.
Oh.
Now we can say, now we can say, to the extent to say the supporters no crowd my president ultimatum. Okay. Say president in better me India will you in free ho. Now onya quantity no. Yes sir. One more supporters no. Almost the true facts no betuja. Should we be going to this length? Should we? Adian kwa ne si ye ma ye nua Boachi Ajako o free Ministry of Energy.
But
no
is it necessary now?
Come say nyame na me di tuja.
Na me kan come on ho.
Nyame na me di tuja.
We free ho okọ obone bra.
Wo mpeso be di o mampanin no. Na o makupeja sa asem ya ba. Na the cheater for so aba say so man penny and fan no credit and to da o mo de no credit no ba no credit no ne no credit bayi
o mo fan wi o mo
eh kwa o mo de wi o mo kekaka nya problem o ne bi be ka yen
o enka obi akwese o man am bury o mo
o kwa ni
ana o refi 2007 so man am de wi o mo e wi say o man e kan
o na de ne bai
o mo free abem and some person say free abem o mo to aso e
na omu free abamu no nim se kankrofo bi a wo mu sa ade na no mu ye no mu nka ho
kwasi
MPP fo bi wo ho a wo madwuma bo
every change of government comes with that
MPP fo bi wo nya so wo madwuma bo awerɛho aka won kwa na etwikum
so mu nsu ahwe
wo mu nsu ahwe dia na wo mu nkoso ni
na nipa ni bi wo ho kwasi asem bi a president Mahama kan well former president Mahama kan nipa bebre China nukusi bonia anyway me who differently or say your short memory only me cool to know MPP for year 2007 they saw what happened to them but as some refuse on my start you so
you say at ye ma refree
I don't from you
at ye no ma refree
Peace FM
Una utumi nyame adom ana wonsam adom ni apebia na fansa. Na bibi kakra be hye wataso. And then upe billboard, you see 50,000. Utumi ye be 10. Ka wonyo. Say na who need dama. Unkoye billboard 50,000. And I'm so what dama man abrusu nti. Wo koyo. Na campaign ni ade ekoso nyina no ba ku bi wo ha ne kan ya medin so ese me kan kakra.
Yeah.
National chairman dey.
Ale. Na se kwesi say na akumi aka ni nduru ho kra yo. But anyway, dey na come so.
Nduru ho. Kwame, me fa the ubon krata ni bi wonu na kan.
Me say nhihye na akumi ahihye kire no. Afi no moko polling station. Abeko constituency. Abeko regional. Abeko national. And some of Abeko flag bearer. And so am for starting national chairman.
What must start it? Nduru ho. We don't be to say you Stephen Tim.
Stephen in team
5 times.
As Samuel Boateng.
5 times. 5 times. 5 times, oh, 5 times.
And I was wrong with it.
Because something is wrong with you. We say 5 times. It's 5 times. That's the way so I got triple one.
Send I 6 times.
Hey. Na sheyenia Asamoah Boateng Asabi.
Yeah, Asabebe.
Eni na wo ha. Channel. Na Asabi am say last election you know okwani mu pa o. On the president no mu ni na nanka onya akwope. You see I'm so about down one step.
National chairman.
Okay, we the Indians are coming to bibi na nso majai.
Are.
Oh, some say ye na namfo, ye na ye nuanom. Nti wo kan asem na akudu ba bi alabraka no atwe break. Because ye ye ho se be kan no kura so no kura wo nse na nakumia te o madamfo. Oh nam se no. Atri mi so na mi fa ba bi ye ni ade a. Man fra kwa mi amefra na nakumia. Oh nam se no. Nti ya na ekudu ba bi ekudu pempenso bi a. Ni atwi break kakra nam. Sani wiase tie nti. Nti mintri break wa ha. Na mintri break wa ha na mimpa mi wasam.
Peace 104.3 and twa ye jume die no so. Interesting conversations. Nana Komia and Kwesi Pratt was studio ha anope. But we see why didn't check COVID-19 so called by force. Is that the way to go?
Kwame, Edio. So some no nika di papa. And they yeti ha ye kasa yi. Aye English abuchi me mo buso kasa some no di. Na anope me by the British Broadcasting Corporation. So yan hwenu ya Boris Johnson, a British Prime Minister, who did the number 2 form rough. Also, our Parliament of Britain, a Conservative Party, no vast majority. Now, so Conservative Party for ni Bianca Saya Omagme, MPs now Omagme, so but 20 Boris Johnson proposals are deba. So, Opesa call restaurant, Opesa you know maybe a Saudi. A vaccination certificate echo. Nti enya Ghana hape bebia no masa asem wo ho a gusu ayareka. Baye eno nansen. Me share television kakra. Masa demonstrations are patara air cost we are self and against COVID restrictions. And vaccination passports in there. That's some people. Me sure the moon now more side demonstrations needed. Now me am this me who say enti say you am far restrictions now ma. And nyanya you see be here na. Adie ni besi. Me share Ghana Health Service. Ghana Health Service one more analysis of the figures. Now, Ghana Health Service analysis of the figures now. A chain say, COVID-19, recent cases are in, especially South African variant now in South Africa. No?
Yeah, Omicron.
Osha. One more any vaccination ni bi. One more na tie nyasa yare no pa.
Yeah.
Good work. So, at least there is some scientific evidence to say vaccination no eboa. To prevent it. So we have scientific data from all over the world, and also share say one more vaccination, no. So we need be cry. I know shut down shows.
Yeah.
Of course, it been my vaccinations
Yeah.
So, in the face of all of this, yeah, vaccination now, okay. Number, yeah, vaccination, yeah, a baby and so on. So far, no vaccination. I hear in Ghana. The highest figure, 10% of population.
Full vaccine is about 2.7.
Exactly.
Both full and maybe a one dose, no, what will go pretty close to your figure.
Yeah, and it's a full dose in the mind minute. And I say only 2.7. Then the emphasis should be on intensifying the vaccination, bringing in more vaccines and so on. That is what the emphasis ought to be. It was 2.7% today. You know, because according to scientists near there now, the only way to make sure that we achieve a certain measure of immunity against the disease and so on is when we reach the level of 80 to 90% vaccination.
Forced vaccination seems to be on the table. Forced vaccination seems to be on the table. Say yes, say oh yeah, amanonini and I Ghana near Tabruchi, that's all Samba Ghana. Say one war paniana and Saoba, you be quarantine near war pania. So yeah, Ghana in us who to cry now war paniana, yan penema uncle Udu airporta, you be yosa. Ebiaka say it is against human rights. Ebiso say we are in a pandemic, an emergency. Ain't he saying fasa laws now as enforcement number? I don't know what you think about it.
Kwame.
Kwesi.
He not doing Kobenko.
True.
In fact, me one number 4 MPP one. One against the forced vaccination. Seriously. If I cry in the Nakunya down for Charles Bynum, former a parliamentary candidate, bona fide member of MPP now. Campaign now 1 year against forced vaccination, and that's some kitwa. Into any party some, on them channel. But I no pay. Na main chadi. A Trades Union Congress, Ghana, admire for who Batan. Watch another dream. We share graphic page 16 now. Na almost some can say, I pass a distance share no beba. Na o mine no bambo no here chain and as a sumbo chain, individual liberties and freedoms and so on. That's basically what they're saying. And more analysis of the figures, which is interesting. Also, while calling for increased public acceptance, Dr. Kumabwaji said public response to the vaccination had been slow, with only 1.4 million people being jabbed. Pockets of vaccine hesitancy pose a risk to gains made so far. The current low numbers recorded in the country may not be maintained if vaccine uptake is not increased significantly. More than 1,200 people have died from the virus, which had infected more than 131,000 people as of December 12th. And push the economy into its first recession in 37 years. This is page 16 of the graphic. Masa, vaccine availability is a major thing. 2.7% of the population is too small.
But the vaccines are there now, nobody wants to use them.
It's not true.
It is, Kwesi.
Kwame.
Kwesi, it is. Vaccines
are you telling me, sir, only 2.7% of the population want to use the vaccine?
Kwesi, that's the truth, sadly.
I know people who are looking for the vaccine.
No, it is Kwesi, and Minoka says available. Oko polyclinics, Oko major hospitals, Ghana Health Service cross started somebody called communities. Into Omobi, almost strength of question minimum numbers, but at least a view.
Now is about 5 million doses.
And I'm from person last week I'm called Jamestown. In Crawford, that's what they're faced with today. Even your more honor, your fans and Yakumia can no credit 5 million. I have no reason to doubt him.
No, there's no reason
to doubt him. 5 million man from person. Last week, now Dr. Kuma Badite Konyawe also one of his biggest complaints on him. And you know, some person the cook schools. 5
million na cry the wire. You do level.
But at least you be him.
Yeah, but you do. The 5 million in and Medina na Kumia 72. Near the 5 million in now what you cry you do. And this is 3 years after the pandemic broke out.
Because vaccines are not easy like that, so you know that. You better say.
Me pachopi Yeura Kwame Sepaka. Me pachopi.
Me bra pejin kwesi prat.
Kwame. We am beke. We would the manu kujid na beba meka.
Me fa anu kujid.
Show mind bit is a Cuba. 11 million people, 11 million, 30 million people. And you might want 10% in terms of mineral resources, other natural resources, 10%. It's a country under blockade for 60 years and more. Vaccine, that's a vaccine is difficult to get. Woman ye miensa 3 different vaccines. 3.
Omo different.
Woman kasa na ye.
Yeah, na say any vaccine. The whole of Africa, crack. There's no country that has vaccine.
It is our vaccine is very difficult to get now. The Yenjaika ne gu ehun fi gu enu ase. Enya samo ase ye ka. So yare ti sa aba. Amama pe ho enu aduro ni ade ye tifa kwa ye ti kwami Yenjaika.
Kwesi Prati Yenjaika Peace 104.3. It'll be say tell Kwesi Prati social media, not social media. George Quatting. But Asama Abaye can win.
George Quatting.
Kwame, you're right. Even my very own wife, I had to spend months to convince her before she went for the vaccine in our area. Inko Joseph, well, if what sent one that says, Kwame, in my neighborhood, a van goes around convincing people to go and get vaccinated. La Paz Trotro station officers begging people to get the jab. If it seems as if that is where we are today. Even though vaccines need to be yeah, but just say among through people have their misconceptions and what anyway nana come here be anything baby I be doing vaccines, forced vaccines, ebi ekasetia, ebi kasa for. Maybe only example I made to be a forced vaccine here, obi akọ South Africa da. So when I need yellow fever, I'm on rim. You either force vaccinate you, you pay $100 or they deport you. I don't know. Nana, your thoughts?
Kwame.
Yes, Nana.
Peace FM.
Okay. They say no vaccines never happy.
Yeah.
They be more ever. But one say, I sit in a papa my refree. I say, old Brena na ye ni mobia or yari COVID. And now see ni mobia sebi wash training kwa a free COVID. Then the brew hopa. The no vaccines no buy no be Kokrokoo na line ne wo ho no. Me kai me there one like my hospital.
Okay.
Line ne wo ho na nya line ketwa. But I say nansen sena COVID no taki nipa no akofo montino. Ya relaxed. Never baby even America crowd there. You so be why be mauska. $10 or so.
Ebi mo credit we na that dom. Oh baby ya wo pani and so buy be ma. Be shim kakra wi na.
Enti me dem hu no say asetena papa na marry free. Se we sa san peja Yamin pengu, but as a peja and hospitals na ye ma and a DBI tise Ghana for sure mon kwa through COVID. Kabi say
Obi abako.
line besamba. That I said, say a coffin. And yeah, back in the friends say the free South Africa Omicron poor nka COVID bad nka nipa pi refi nti ekwan bia e befa so na yasre Ghana for say yenwo panie no e beboa say e be ye no by force no men share that NTA the legal agreements. One say Kwame which man she say un vaccine ya ma on ba PCF.
Yeah.
And no you have every legitimate right. Say who do South Africa yes who kwa yellow fever panie. Say one now could do airport to Howard Johannesburg or South Africa. You be catch you say uni yellow fever. Yen for so. Inti ebe deport to Ghana.
Yeah.
She say o can say na me wo. But yen for so. Inti se force no be mu na I know so no nobody be friend the legal ramifications. So
now what if you catch yourself so one onko ha onpie ha.
Yeah. And they're very, very good.
Until the choice is yours.
Your choice is yours. Who try to say never the police have one can say uni vaccination card ye mount back a dime ha. The choice is yours. So I guess when I mean back. But force no be more. Forcing people to take medicine.
Honor issue.
But
Nana, for security reasons, say yenya jiatum say we're in a pandemic. Baby, I want you ye. Say yanfa panena and tatan crofan wa. They represent a danger to themselves and to the society. Omo no, omo wa be home. It's time so many nipa and a dinkuta huntino. Omo ham honomo high and so ka home. Based on that, a minister executive instrument and our president, I don't know, maybe in the pandemic situation between us. How about that?
But I'm just legally you can obey me them maybe aba. I shady pan. But so far, if our laws will support that. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a public health act.
Ubetimi the restrictions aba. Say unkutebia. Yeah, man, untimi kwa ball stadium. And no, it's perfectly legal. But there's still no choice, no. There. So, unkutebia. Yeah, mountain abas mo. Unshare masker. Yeah, mount and kudidiwaha. And no, there. And as your mount cosa function, unshare masker. Baby, because no, on your throne, no mask, no entry.
Yeah.
But there's still no choice near there. So, but say, yeah, for so a war withdraw. Yeah, now I am shake a crowd. Because of the history of some of these countries where people were forced medicine was forced on people in Kenya County, and I am share walk a crowd. The inducement, no. Say you didn't pandemic kasachre. The restrictions beba. Uni bia untimi you say. Young. And I'm because America got a bit of sky. Yes, because over $10. Inducement in Kenya County. No. Sa new she share say uni bia before so a war. One take it will be to contest your Supreme Court. I mean, say I can't say Unibia Maun enter Ghana. Then the choice is still yours. But say the way and Crano by and yes, Unibia, oh bad Ghana Unibia, but what airport.
So I will do.
Yeah, but not just I acquire force kakra. The option should be so you will not be allowed to enter.
What if you're a Ghanaian returning home?
Well, your rights, they are rights, and there are responsibilities.
We are Ghanaian.
They are rights. We are Ghanaian, but your rights also come with responsibility. Not all rights are absolute. So, I mean, you can't say so again and you can come and sit at Peace FM and talk. Even though there's free speech.
Yeah.
And as all Ghana and you must be allowed to go to Ghana Secondary Technical School.
Your school,
you must
GSTS.
pass. You must pass properly. There are all kinds of it. But be that as it may, where the choice is taken out, especially medicine,
until we make it mandatory. And as Rebecca said, well, from a certain date,
yeah.
Because the NTI may be sending, so we are sending a message from Saudi Arabia. Your friend Abner will say, Saudi Arabia made it mandatory vaccination in August this year. We were ordered to be vaccinated at least first dose by 1st August. I'm sure more than 99% have been vaccinated now. We're actually now heading towards the booster phase.
And maybe they have more laws that support that. I'm just say, I don't know. The name law no more code to. So because when there has to be backed by law. The name law and code to. Maybe they have some solid legal grounds. There's some provision in some public health clause B or I say parliament at the by a man for the clauses articles better now. But when we said that article B and our clause B in some public health law, maybe an be or say be or there. But otherwise, a channel. I know the laws will support say unibia. You can be restricted so that the choice is still yours. I don't know if the law be on my associate, then we can all support. But I say a magana for to say, Sena Kwame okay. Vaccine. So unibia. You are put to beer into danger. So and I mean maybe so will be 1 year cry about.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was first day no buy near one. Or more than 6 months a bit.
My first and second.
Yeah, because I first that's 6 months a bit.
March.
Indeed. Man shut down your baby. In fact, me say Obi war pania no po or should I yari or hospital and now yari for 1 week. No. Witness is rare. Yeah, but it's rare. Very rare. Most people are. At least here it is to do high cry. Me sure say you call war and BBC or say enti ma for yemo en shishio. Obi how no so cry na yem keka. Enti ma for yemo shishio na yenkowo. So far dodo na ye wo ye no ye nya BB or house from Kubia. Na drone so na be bo ho ban. Yare ne chill cry and my own shada yare serious and that's all be wukra. Nti I say about the rule yeah encourage Ghana for. First ni ho. But I say the vaccines are available and more doses are coming. Nti yamba modia. We need ye here be say 20 to 21 million say Ghana for the war. So far no 3 million po envoy. And at first ni esu say vaccine no na be ni ho. But they say vaccine e ho.
And I dey patron obi asion.
Yeah encourage Ghana for. Na but point is say nipa no cry if you brochure say o buy be war buy first. No me yahi.
Yes, I mean, check Public Health Act 22. Obviously, please stand on Akumia. The law allows the authorities to even enter your home and vaccinate you in a public health emergency. And if you arrive in Ghana without the yellow fever vaccination, you'll either accept to be vaccinated or return to where you came from. Well, Kokrokoo, thanks, but me na me say
you cannot deport a Ghanaian from Ghana.
And I'm saying so, or a Ghanaian, okay. And Pamcho, Menko Public Health Act, so I'm sure men can't wait for the benefit of Yohane listeners. Let me just say that I am quote unquote stealing this from Ace Ankoma, the lawyer, and men can it too. Or say some have asked, can the government force us to get vaccinated? My quick response is, well, the law provides for compulsory vaccinations, but it is open to you to challenge the constitutionality of the law. Nana Kubia mentioned it. Now, what does the law say? Generally, you have to read the Public Health Act 2012, Act 851, especially Part 2. So, Section 22 is compulsory vaccination. The minister may, by executive instrument, generally or with reference to a particular district, area or place, or with respect to a particular class or classes of persons, order the persons to whom the instrument applies who do not produce satisfactory evidence of successful vaccination to be vaccinated by a public vaccinator, unless in the opinion of the public vaccinator the vaccination will be injurious to health. The instrument may prescribe at what age a person is liable to a penalty for non-compliance, and it goes on and on and on. But in the Minister of Health, I believe, between the executive instrument and we can be forceful. Compulsory vaccination can happen according to the Public Health Act 2012, Act 851. We could be a lawyer is Ankoma, and I'm so church of Mancro for NTM Sabeda, Kwesi Pride Facebook no so.
Facebook.
Next up on social media, it's in a but so yes, it can be done.
So that means they have to do an EI.
Yes, and tell them because the minister has to do an EI. And the tuja, or Yanis had there, Obian to me in Casamia.
Yeah, but now we don't have an EI.
Not that I know of.
But the provision is there. Say before so. Kwame. So the announcement has come here before so. So quickly we have to do the EI. Then everybody will be clear in their minds.
Kwame.
Because the law knows that what can it say there has to be an executive instrument.
There has to be an executive instrument. Okay. We see Qatar Airways has just implemented, coming into Ghana. Qatar Airways has just implemented an antigen test before boarding their plane. Okofro Qatar Airways so anyway, Kwame, education is key. Freeman, I agree with you. The problem with this government has is because it managed the COVID pandemic so well, as a result, the fear and panic we all had has come down, but it is dangerous. We need a critical mass of vaccinated people in the country to allow us to manage it very safely. If they prefer death by COVID-19 to minor side effects of a vaccine, let those of us who prefer otherwise separate ourselves from them. I'd rather live. Maxwell Kofi Juma. I know you would love to live.
It's a Christmas in Michanopa.
Appetition. Oh yeah. I'm friend Appet. I'm friend Takai. I know say nice.
Oh, so nice. It's a Christmas in Ghana for you be akoto.
By the way,
I catch Kofi Ghana say na kunya kasa no. That is bibinti no kasa.
Also maka just be heard in Christmas.
Kofi Ghana. Kofi Ghana. Next week Tuesday. Next week Tuesday, the last Tuesday before Christmas. Kwesi Pride nyamia dombe wa na na kumya nyamia dombe wa ha. Kofi Ghana ye hwe ni. Enti entrata. I'm saying Mr. Nyamia don't be ha. Kwesi Prince. Now, Iron Man says, I think the issue will be difficult to deal with, and so there must be constant education. Those who flout it must be fined. My other concern is when during certain events like funerals, festivals, party members in support of an aspirant turn these events into rallies. Erika Ponsa Boateng, tax expert. Anyway, some more than I'm quite Kumasi, no. Me said Dr. Nsiansari, Eddie Atuja said, delegate be our own paniano. You will not be allowed into the grounds. Yes, my own MP.
And then they're straightforward. You have the choice to go or not.
Now, Kwesi.
Yes, sir.
Patroni will be a friend of Kweku Bako.
Papa. What is it?
Please ask Kwesi, how did he know that the appeal is nice?
That's what Kweku. I did. Kweku, ya mama ko kafe ndi na fedi o ma tu. Eh, Kwame. Kaje Kweku zo fifi funa ni obe hu sa.
Yes, me misao.
On say omo nkitua bi a. No, it is say American Cowboys. Omo pouch bi a omo de ensanship.
Yeah.
Na e so mo taso. New York for your petition bi was a pouch ni bi. Na pouch ni fe.
Enti pouch ni penda hu here.
Oh, pouch ni na me de kumi kra no. Pouch no.
Ntu ye de hu say de pouch na ye of every day hu say fine. E na Kweku si me misao. When bisa pouch or say ensan.
Kwame ye nya hoho. Oh na nche. Anyway, me answer.
Kwesi Pratt pleads the fifth. Ojam answer Paucho. The very last one, Minya lawyer be Ose Kwame. I 100% support the move. The matter must be tested in the Supreme Court. That way we are all clear and there's no gray area. Because it's easy to scream on the mountaintops that something is illegal. But illegality is not determined by the pleasures of the everyday man. It is the exclusive preserve of our courts. So I welcome any legal challenge to this move to bring finality to the matter. Lawyer Fui. Yeah. Well, you have a point. This one says Qatar Airways, they should take their plane. I will not fly them anyway. Okay. So Qatar says, if you want to fly us, simple. I don't know. Anyway, Nana Komia Takai, Konfuna Debai. Well, Nana Komia is a grown man. I mean, if it says he likes Takai.
Takai no unfair.
Me kamano share me choice of alcohol is different.
Say o de ice gumwa. Kwame
Takai no
is the best.
Oh really?
Only me bibi wo fie. Enchebia. And there was a cocktail table.
Yeah.
The normally in cocktail na ebia exo. Hennessy near maybe. The ketchup said, look, won't try when you Kwame.
Yes.
After 1 hour, no beer and pet Hennessy, or beer and pet a white horse.
Hey, Nana, we are teaching you. White was the tremor. She says single malt now. White was the
you're double malt.
Oh, Debbie, single malt. Debbie. Nana, say whiskey there single malt. Single malt and I say high quality blue label and a gold label. Now we are white horse there.
Single malt just
a brand. Any brand.
Menka say a brand.
Yeah.
The kind
white horse now
a brand.
But single malt there more expensive.
More expensive, more refined.
But any brand.
Yeah.
Kwame can a standard quality.
Kwame standard now can. Now standard no new be the wo.
Is it not possible to get
single malt?
Oh, David, white or single malt in your question?
Now, who are they now?
Now
you miss out question.
Kweku Bako, you see why you've turned our discussion now.
Kwame, question now. Kweku di bisa woni na nakunya.
Saying.
Who are they now?
Oh, Kwesi Minumbi. Minumbi.
Would you trade before?
Yes, Minumbi.
Okay.
Nade.
Oh, Kwesi.
Oh, but Jatum to check.
Kwesi. Oh, you're retired. Kwesi, you're retired. Oh, you're retired.
Oh, why not? Takai say my tasting. Bobby is a minimum.
Yeah. So,
Kwesi, and Kasa won't know Monsa. Kasa we jai.
Oh,
because. Nasa Kwesi nya ma fe no said.
Wa
fe no mo.
we jai.
And I say Kwesi wa fe no wo ho. Say me nya wa fe. Omo me no see so no. Omo agi tum say eh
no day.
Oh, no day. No, but almost say, banana. One thing they also say, Kwesi retire in temper. Early. I saw an idea.
Sir Jack Tone to the free fan.
And patron is you want to be sad. Hey, Kwakuba Kwabe say your program you.
What's that?
I see, Chairman General, you've made the day for your friend Kwame Dinkra with your conversation. This one says, hey, Kwame, you taste deep or drink not. Connoisseur of fine drinks. Obiswaba, if Kwesi doesn't take alcohol, how did he know that Gihok Akpeteshini is Kama? And then, tell Nana Komiadi, she also tried Takai with fresh milk.
Hey.
Sorrento wine is cool. Our pet is double distilled. Yellow man in Adenta. Kwesi Bani says Takai is Ghana's answer to Bailey's. It's been around for a while. Very good for ladies as well. Kwesi Bani. This is where we go.
Kwesi Bani, no, a lady, no, very good for ladies.
Kwesi Bani, you see, are you a lady to know that is good for ladies?
Kwesi Bani,
hey, Takai is good with milk. Really?
So it's a coffee.
Yeah, it's a liqueur actually.
Yeah, it has the taste of
coffee. With milk.
Taste and smell of coffee.
It's a brilliant drink.
Hey,
but when I say coffee, because advert coffee demand
well, once is the truth.
Now say coffee there.
It's okay. Next week, coffee
Ghana.
One crate barbecue.
Eti pacho kaisen ye. Next week Tuesday is the last Tuesday before Kokrokoo wraps up for the year. Nyame aduma Kwesi bewaha. Obisi Kwame share this with the colonial Nana Komi and Kwesi Pratt. We'll be sending the 15 best single malt whiskies to drink in 2021. It includes the good Macallan whiskey amongst others. You Mate. Hey, are you people now discussing Apio or COVID? Pius, we've shifted.
Now, if you don't cross that, you know,
to me, walk of it. Is it me one?
Chairman General, please, it's working hours. What are you people discussing? You spoil our work. Stop that, Mrs. Q. And then,
Kachen said, Takai, you can take it anytime.
Kwesi Pratt will soon mention schnapps. Oh, PK. I assume what they are saying. Well, Madam Asi, I love your sense of humor. At least, Kwame Sefa can please. It's early. Children are listening to your show. Stop talking about drinks. Raymond, block their ears. Anyway, Nana, anything to wrap up?
Oh, Kwame, I'm saying time to go.
Kwesi, anything else?
Oh,
hey, and that the only Nana Yadrin.
No, Nana have been many times.
But Ayana.
Yeah, not disagreement, but most of the time, there's no problem.
Nana Nyami Aduma, we'll see you next week Tuesday.
Mate Kwame.
Please, do you recall schnapps and milk in your school days? Chief Bani, I did not drink schnapps and milk when I was in school. I was a good boy. I obeyed school rules. I only have one and then schnapps and milk. Anyway, Kwame, please mention the legendary Mandingo bitters as well. Okay, he says it is singularly responsible for our increased population. Kwame, on a more serious note, an airline that flies a passenger who's not fully vaccinated to Ghana is subject to a fine of $3,500 per passenger. So after the 14-day window that the Ghana Health Service has granted Ghanaian citizens expires, the airlines will not board any unvaccinated passenger irrespective of nationality. Okay, thank you very much. Kwame, the best is Akpeteshi, no advertising on TV or radio, but everybody knows where to find it. Kwesi Reynolds are gonna Oddobing. Hey, free promotion for Gihok like that. Well, Asabia, we're doing it as it's for us anyway. I know. Kwame, if you put Precursor and Hentia in it, it treats COVID. Nonsense. Anyway, Gihok, yeah, dear. And then I see. Another one is coming. Jabali. Jabali. All right, we'll look out for that one as well. Kwesi Anope Medase, or see Nana Kumia should try the Balvenie 50 years old. He will never regret. It's a single malt whiskey of the highest quality. So Nana, here's a message for you. In the meantime, Chief Bani says, my greetings to Nana Kumia Takai. Empenyufo eba Madam Asene. Muamuti and some Damasi, Kwekuba Kumani to twist the thing at the end. But I just dare say that it was all in good spirit. Inti Edamunasi. Kwesi Bani says Kwesi Pratt used to drink star beer in those days. Kwesi me that say Nana Kumia me that say Nyami Aduma next week Tuesday Yebesa Eshiabium Peace 104.3 me had the fan ponkra. Okay, Embo brass band nika krebi ebi a tell any about full version. Me tak radio phone in I must say Uncle Sebanum. This is just a bit of it, yeah. Yoko, if you hear Yoko. And to all my Takradi massive Uncle Sebehun. Hey, Prekese man, good morning. If you're a Takradi person, I'm sure you understand this kind of music, brass band music, especially around this time of the year. They have something they call Ankos. It's a big deal, eh? And this one says, happy birthday to Lady Anita Asante, inside dance woman from Lady Lily Abna Adoba. Wrapping up on this morning's edition. Brasman Yonyo. Kofi Kubilson is next on your radio. The next news broadcast is at 12. Nyami Adumo Channel Pa Yabeba. It'll be Wednesday, the 15th of December, Fifi Banson's birthday. Enjoy the brass band music and may your day be blessed. Remember to keep your dreams and your hopes alive. Yes, indeed, it's a tough world out there, but still we rise. And so when you stop to say a prayer, remember to say one for me too. God bless. Good morning.